The iPhone 17 Pro Max is finally here. And let me tell you, this thing makes last year's iPhone 16 Pro Max look like the sad sequel no one asked for. Apple actually went all out this year, and the upgrade is so wild that even I wasn't ready for it. The question is this a genuine glow up, or is Apple just slapping shiny aluminum on a reheated iPhone and calling it a day? Let's break it down like we're gossiping tech tea at a bar, because the iPhone 17 Pro Max deserves nothing less than a brutally honest, slightly savage, but undeniably entertaining review. The first thing you notice when you pick this beast up is the design, and Apple has decided to bring curves back. The edges are no longer sharp titanium walls. Instead, they're rounded aluminum, making the phone feel thinner and lighter, almost too slick. Honestly, it's like holding a soap bar that cost $1,300. One wrong grip and gravity is going to introduce your phone to the pavement faster than you can say Apple Care. And while the design is more utilitarian, giving off those Apple Watch ultra rugged vibes, it doesn't scream premium luxury anymore. Instead, it whispers, "Don't drop me," every time you pick it up. And the camera bump? Forget bump. It's a plateau, a raised island that your finger will keep slamming into. Subtle it is not. But here's where Apple redeems themselves and the screen and charging. For the first time in years, the iPhone 17 Pro Max display feels like a true leap forward. We're talking 3,000 nits of brightness paired with a new anti-reflective coating. That means you can actually see your notifications outside without squinting like you're staring into the sun. Combine that with Apple's brand new 40-watt fast charging, and suddenly you can go from 0 to 50% in just 20 minutes. Last year's 30 minutes now looks prehistoric. It only took Apple a decade to realize people don't have the patience to babysit their phones for hours, but hey, better late than never. Now, let's talk performance, because the iPhone 17 Pro Max isn't just flexing with numbers, it's bench pressing them. Inside, you've got the new A19 Pro chip and 12 gigabytes of RAM, which translates into real-world speed that makes the 16 Pro Max feel like it's running on training wheels. Graphics performance is up 38%. AI tasks are literally 2.5 times faster, and the GPU is powerful enough to ray trace like it's auditioning for a gaming PC. This thing eats benchmarks for breakfast and still has room for dessert. Gaming tests show an 80% improvement with smoother performance and better cooling, thanks to that aluminum frame spreading heat more evenly. And when the phone does heat up, it actually recovers brightness a full minute faster than the 16 Pro Max. So yes, Apple may have sacrificed titanium, but they gave us a phone that can actually keep its cool. But hold up, here's the twist. Aluminum scratches easier than titanium. Drop this beauty once, and congratulations, you now have a custom finish nobody asked for. It's the price you pay for better cooling and lighter weight. Honestly, it's like Apple said, we'll give you the performance of your dreams, but we're going to keep you paranoid with every single drop. Now, let's get to the cameras, because this is where Apple tries to flex on your social life. The selfie camera is now an 18 megapixel wide sensor, which means your group selfies won't crop out half your friends anymore. It even goes into horizontal wide mode, which is basically Apple admitting that every vacation picture you took last year looked cramped and awkward. The quality, surprisingly sharp. Details pop, low-light shots look better, and it makes your hair look like you actually used conditioner for once. Even the portrait mode shots capture more detail without turning your face into a wax figure. On the telephoto side, Apple switched from 5x zoom to 4x. But before you cry downgrade, it's now a 48 megapixel monster with digital zoom all the way up to 40x. And it's not just fake zoom either. You can actually read tiny text on signs across the street at night, which is either magical or mildly creepy depending on how you use it. Detail, sharpness, low light, everything is better. Even the flare control on tough shots with the sun looks cleaner, and the new processing gives your shots less noise and more cinematic vibes. Sure, the main and ultra-wide lenses haven't changed much, but the improvements to selfies and telephoto alone are game changers. The speakers got an upgrade too. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is louder than the 16 Pro Max, although at max volume the quality dips slightly. But if you lower it just a bit, it balances out while still giving you extra volume for blasting music, podcasts, or, let's be honest, TikToks you swore you weren't addicted to. And of course, the new Qualcomm modem inside means faster 5G speeds. We're talking record-breaking download and upload numbers even inside concrete buildings, which is insane. Now here's where the emotional shift kicks in. On one hand, the iPhone 17 Pro Max has so many meaningful upgrades that this feels like one of the biggest jumps Apple has made in years. Battery life is better thanks to bigger cells, charging is finally competitive, the display looks gorgeous, performance is record-breaking, and the cameras are genuinely next level. On the other hand, the design feels less premium, the aluminum is more fragile, and it's slipperier than a bar of hotel soap. So while it's a killer phone, it's also one that begs you to buy a case the second you open the box. But let's loop back to the big question. Is the iPhone 17 Pro Max actually worth upgrading if you already own the iPhone 16 Pro Max? And here's the truth bomb. This is the first year in a long time where upgrading from just one generation back isn't stupid. Between the screen, the cameras, the charging, and the performance, Apple actually made it tempting. If you're on anything older than the 16, it's not even a debate. Upgrade immediately. This phone is a monster. So here's how I'll leave you. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is faster, brighter, louder, and wider. Basically me after 3 espressos. But it also proves that Apple finally remembered how to innovate again, even if they wrapped it in aluminum instead of titanium. The only thing more massive than the camera bump is the FOMO if you skip this upgrade. Now the real question is, will the rumored iPhone 17 Ultra actually break the internet or just break our wallets? Hit that like button if you enjoyed the roast, subscribe for more unhinged but honest reviews, and let me know in the comments. Are you upgrading to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, or are you riding your 16 until it dies trying? Peace out.